Hey everybody. This is ET UFO type experience me and my sister had back in the early 90s, 90, 91, 92. And it was took place in Chatham. We were on me and my sister lived in Windsor, but it was like Thanksgiving or something. And we came to Chatham to visit mom. She lived alone in an apartment. And I'm gonna Google just so I can show you. It's pretty cool. It's cool. Google Street View is cool because I can show you exactly where we live, what happened, what went on. So anyway, we went to mom's house. She had a small one-person apartment, and she still does. I don't even know how old I was. I was young still. I don't know, 20s, something like that. And yeah, I don't remember the date. It was a long time ago. But my sister and I already had confirmed for each other previously that ETs were contacting her and the ETs were contacting me because we both be contacted on the same night. And then we wake up in the morning, and when we were alone or at school or whatever, we would talk about what happened to you last night. What happened to you last night? That type of shit. So that was cool. That saved my life, man. My sister saved my life, my sanity, because I was losing it. I was losing it big time with the ETs. I didn't know what the hell was going on. I mean, I knew, but I didn't. How do you put it all together when it's all inside you, and you're taught to go get it outside? Everything is outside. Nothing is. Everything is inside your soul. Everything. You want answers? It's inside. Anyway, besides that, so we're in Chatham. I'll be playing the Google here. I gotta make this video. And my mom was living in the one room apartment. Now we spent the day, did Thanksgiving, all that. Yeah, I think it was in the fall, Thanksgiving time, somewhere in there. And we it was a long time ago. Give me a minute. So my sister, we're spending the night. We had one living room, one bedroom. My mom was in the bedroom. We went to bed around 11 midnight and or later, but it was dark. It was late. My sister, she slept on the floor in front of the couch, and I slept on the couch. So I threw in my earplugs. We're going to bed. She's already laying there sleeping, whatever. And I turned the TV off. I'm sleeping on the couch. And the weirdest thing is this: I laid there for about 2 hours on that couch, and I never got to sleep. I couldn't sleep. I don't even know why. I was tossing and turning. I was trying to be quiet because my sister was sleeping like right there at my feet in this one bedroom, in a little living room, and we I was tossing and turning, and I couldn't sleep. And I went into a dream, but I wasn't sleeping. I don't even know what the dream was, but I was watching it. And I was tossing and turning, couldn't sleep, like something was bugging the hell out of me, and I didn't know what it was, and I couldn't sleep. I then go into the dream. Then I dreamt that for about an hour, I guess, whatever it was I was dreaming about. I have no idea. I can't remember. I then, what did I do? I then, I woke up. I came out of the dream really conscious. I was still lucid. I was still awake. I was tossing and turning, you know. I woke up and I didn't know what to do, so lay there all night because I couldn't sleep and be quiet. I couldn't sleep. Fuck, it was driving me nuts. I woke up and I could hear the crickets in my head, the sound of the crickets. It sounds like a field of crickets. And then what that is when the ETs come, the sound of the crickets gets really loud in my head. The closer they get, the louder it gets. When they fly away, when they go away, the quieter it gets to where you can't even hear it and they're gone. Okay? I woke up and the sound is screaming in my head. I then, from the sound in my head, I tuned in automatically. My heart tuned into them because I had 100 encounters already, just like this. But I've only compared one with my sister. I think one or two with my sister previously. I could feel, I'm laying in bed and I could feel the ETs out the patio. You'll see it on Google. Out the patio, up in the sky. And I could see spiritually, I could see, I couldn't see it physically. I didn't see anything physically at all. Spiritually, I could see the UFO right out there, and this is spiritual. And I could see 4 ETs in the craft. 4. I could see inside the craft. I could see outside the craft. I could see everything. This always happens to me all through the past. Watch my past videos in the playlist. I'm gonna put this in a playlist. So, I'm laying there, my heart's going, and it feels like they're coming in the patio, the ETs. And so I'm thinking, well, do they want me to go out? Do I got my camera? Get my camera. So what I did was, I always had my camera close at hand, just for I don't know why. And it was an old crappy one. It was no good. But anyway, I grabbed the camera, which I think was on the counter or something beside the couch. So I grabbed the camera, and I'm trying to be quiet. It's pitch black in the apartment. Pitch black in the apartment. So I get up real quiet, and I want to see, because sometimes in the past, the ETs would do this. They would come, I would see them, spiritually see them, and I would go look out the window, and I'd never see it. But as soon as I went outside, I'd see the craft for a split second, going up, taking off, doing something. No matter what. Sometimes I did, sometimes I didn't. And they were trying to teach me something in this, doing this all the time. Now, what they were doing to me this night, I had no clue at this point. But sometimes I would go outside and I'd see the ship in the middle of the night, 3 to 3:30 a.m. I looked at the clock, the night of this event, 3 o'clock, right on schedule. And I'm like, shit. I'm thinking, shit. My sister was here, so I was a little bit better. I wasn't so afraid because at least she knows. But she's sleeping, and I don't want to wake her up. So I get the camera. I get up out of the couch. And she's like 2 steps in front of me, laying in front of me. So I slowly walk over top of her, and I make my way to the patio. And the patio curtain's closed. It's like a light white linen curtain. So what I do is I walk up there and I open up the curtain like this. I open it up and I'm looking in the sky. And as I'm looking up like this in the sky for the UFO, thinking they're calling me out there to go take pictures of the ship, which is what my fucking dream, or at least see them or something. I don't know. But they're looking at me. I'm freaking. My head is screaming. My heart's pounding. And my sister comes up behind. I didn't even know this. I'm looking. My sister comes up behind me, right in my left ear. She goes, "Do you see him?" I jumped right into the glass and fell back. I'm like, holy fuck. I'm like screaming. I'm like, holy shit, Don. You nearly you give me a fucking heart attack, right? So I go, you hear him? She goes, I haven't fucking slept. I've been feeling him for 3 hours, and I'm like, well, I was trying to sleep, but I couldn't. I woke up. I sort of woke up, and I never did get to sleep, but I woke up, and here they were. And she goes, yeah, fuck. And we're both sitting there. We're both looking. I go, what do you want to do, man? Like, we're both looking out the window, looking for the UFO. And we go out in the patio, and we're looking for the UFO. And I go, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? I go, I can't fucking sleep. She goes, yeah, I can't either. And I go, what? I go, you feel them, right? She goes, yeah, I've been feeling them since 11 o'clock. And I'm like, and I go, well, I thought you were sleeping there. So we're looking for the UFO. Nothing in the sky. They're staring at me. They're staring at my sister. And I feel like this is great. This is great. And I'm like, we can't sleep. I can't sleep. Let's go do something. She goes, what do you? I go, let's go to Tim Hortons. And I go, well, maybe make I go, better yet. I go, let's steal mom's car. I we don't really. It's not really stealing, but it is. So we get mom's car. I'll sneak in, get the keys in her bedroom, get the keys, and we'll drive out in the country and see what happens to us. Maybe we'll see something. She goes, yeah, okay. I go, get dressed. Let's go. Get your shit. Let's go. So I go in there, mom's bedroom, sneak the fucking keys. And I have my driver's license. I'm a better driver than my mother. So I'm good. I have no record. I'm golden. I get the keys. We sneak out of the house, out of the apartment, and we get mom's car, and we drive down Park Ave east. We're going east, and we go to River Road. And I figured, we'll go down River Road. That's a scary road. It is kind of scary at night. At night when it's foggy and it's scary. Oh yeah, scary road. Well, it is to me. Anyway, we actually, me and my sister, my brother, and my mom, we all called it the UFO road. No reason why, but we always called it the UFO road. And you're driving down it at night in the middle of nowhere, and you don't know why. I'm like, this is where everybody gets abducted. So we head off. We're driving Park Ave East. We get to me and my sister. We get to River Road. We're driving down it. It's an old country road. We drive a couple miles down, and we stop and we turn around. We get out of the car and we look around. We don't see nothing in the sky, and it's a really cold, moist night. Lots of moisture in the air. Not really nice at all. It was clear, quiet, but it was cold. And I'm like, I ain't staying here any longer. We're looking around. We didn't see nothing, but we can still feel them. They're following us. They're right above our fucking heads. Like they're right circling around us. And I'm like, Don, I go, can you see the ship? She's like, yeah, I can see the ship. I go, spiritually? She goes, yeah, I can feel it right where they are. And I go, me too. They're right there. And she goes, yep. I'm like, they're cloaked or something, right? And she goes, yeah. And I go, what are we gonna do? And I go, I don't want to stand here and late. I go, look. She goes, I don't know. Want to go home? And I'm like, no. Let's go to Tim Hortons and get a coffee. Let's get to Tim Hortons, go to get a coffee. We'll just fucking wait it out and talk about it. Because we weren't totally convinced the ETs at this point were friendly, okay? From our previous experiences, it was absolute hell. And that's where we looked at it. We weren't afraid, or I wouldn't have drove out in the middle of nowhere waiting to get abducted. And that's what my intent was. I wanted some fucking footage. I wanted to see it with my sister. I wanted to see the craft with my sister. We get out there, the thing was circling around us. It followed us all the way out there. The craft followed us way out down River Road. But nothing. So we got in the car, we started coming back. As we're driving, I'm trying to focus on the road, and I'm good. We drove to Tim Hortons. We get out of the car at Tim's back in town, which Tim Hortons is just down the road from my mom's house. And it's like 3:30 going on 4. now, and 4 a.m. And we get out of the Tim Horton. We go into the Tim Hortons, and we're sitting there having our coffee. It's like me and my sister and one other person's in there, and we're sitting there. And I'm like, "Do you feel it?" And she goes, "Yeah, they're right over our heads. They're right over the Tim Hortons." And I'm like, "Yep." And I go, "You can see them, right?" And she goes, "Yep." And I go, "I can see them too," and they're staring right at us. And we're both confirming they're staring. Their soul is staring right into our soul. You know, like when you meet a dog in the woods, like a wolf or a coyote, and it looks at you and you can feel it staring right through you? That's what it's like, but 10 times worse. 10 times worse. They're above us. And I go, Don, think about this. Me and you are sitting in Tim Hortons. The whole world wants to know about the truth of UFOs. And the fuckers are sitting right over top of the Tim Hortons staring into us. She goes, "Yeah, I know, eh? Isn't that sick?" And I'm like, "It's fucking incredible." And I'm like, it's totally, there's no words. There's no words to explain it. Everything, we could change the history of the human fucking race right now, somehow, if they would cooperate with us. And I'm like, she's like, "Yeah, I know." That's what we did. We just talked about shit like that. Have half asleep trying to wake up on coffee. So we sat there for about 2 hours, 2.5 hours. The sun started coming up. We decided to go home. So we went back to mom's, finally went to sleep for till noon because we didn't sleep all night. Because the extraterrestrials came in their cloaked craft, and me and my sister reacted to just them being there. They, the ETs, were spiritually hooking up to our souls, which we couldn't sleep. Me and my sister couldn't sleep. And how it played out was magic. Just awesome. It was one of those experiences in life you never fucking forget. And I just wanted to share it with you guys because it was awesome. So, yep, that was a ET experience between me and my sister long time ago. Early 90s. Yep, early 90s, somewhere. I don't know what year. I suppose if I really thought about it, I could narrow it down even more, but it ain't really that important. We didn't actually see anything physically, but we saw it spiritually. And me and my sister both reacted to it in the sky, staring at us. Awesome experience. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. It happened. It's real. It's the way it is. All right. That's about it. That's the end of it. So I can stop recording now. So I'm going to put this video to a Google Street View so you can get a gist of feel, some context in the video. All right. Later, guys.